We have a good friend of ours in the studio with us this morning from the Elders. It is Ian Byrne. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You're looking good, lad. You look
So are
great.
you.
Haven't seen you for a while.
No, neither have I, but you look good.
Good man. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm hanging in there.
Oh,
The Elders were kind of growing into that name really fast and rapidly. It used to be funny.
You and I were talking off the air about we're not getting any younger, so it just it keeps going. But I got a lot of radio shows left. You got a lot of songs left in you too.
Lots of songs left in us. Yeah.
And that's what you're doing here
blast
today. You got a new one for us.
Got a new one, The Man, and it's called The Man, and it's a song. It's about the man in your life. Everybody needs that man, and it can be a dad, a granddad, it could be a brother, it could be your husband, it could be whatever, So I think we all need that lad in our life. And I was thinking about my dad. I was so I'm so impressed with my dad. He was a drilling engineer, a geologist, and went all around the world drilling for industrial diamond and water and coal. And
wow!
But he was also a woodworker, which is where I got my inspiration to do woodworking and having a cabinet. I remember I was 4 years old. I was helping my dad. He was making some nightstands for one of the bedrooms. And I was 4 years old and I was helping him. And I made up my mind right then that I was going to be a drummer in a band and I was going to have my own woodworking business.
No kidding. Right then and there.
When I was 4. So
wow.
It all came through, so that was the path I searched for, and here we are, so.
Isn't that something? But, I go through these lyrics, hands rough as leather from the fields worked upon, a fighter in spirit, but love was his crown. We're coming up on 5 years since my dad passed.
Oh, man.
And he was a carpenter, a woodworker too. And I didn't get any of those skills, Ian, so let's not. There's a reason I ended up on the radio. I know he always wanted to have Pete Truta and Sons, but I didn't have that. But, like you say, you can hear in this song that person who's close to you in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody and all those hard workers out there and all those soldiers and all those men in our lives that inspire us and keep us going.
Well, it's unbelievable that you followed through on your dream.
Yeah.
From 4 years old, and here you are in a great band and working with wood and building things.
Playing music, and I've got my woodworking business to pay for my music habit.
That is great, though. We all had something that we wanted to do in life and followed through on it.
Yeah, it's great. It really is great. The band's doing well. We've lost some members, God bless them, and that's incredibly hard to go through. But Brent passed away pretty recently, and Brent was one of the key songwriters and absolutely brilliant lyricist, and he was a great guy, So, and then Steve Phillips and Steve's brother, his brother John Phillips, another one that passed away in the band, and then Joe Michelon, and
oh no!
So we're going to keep writing songs and get them released before we kick the bucket.
Well, like we said, you've got a lot of songs left, and so plenty of time to work through this stuff. But the passing of Brent, very sad. I want to extend our sympathies to you all. And the story goes, and we're talking with Ian Byrne, by the way, from the Elders, that Brent and Norm kind of got together.
That's right.
To found the band.
Yeah.
But what brought you in? So where was your part of all that?
So they started. Both of them were living in Los Angeles at the time, and there's a pub there. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, they used to go there every other week and watch Flogging Molly. And Norm said, "You know what? We should go back to Kansas City and do this." So we didn't get quite as punky as Flogging Molly, but we came back. They came back here and they started up the band. And then Michael Bliss was the lead singer with the band. The band started in 1998. Mm-hmm. And then Michael Bliss, his wife, got transferred to the East Coast, so he decided to go on to the East Coast as well. So they moved, and I'd been in the music business back in Ireland, but I came over here to get the woodworking business going, and I was married, and I had a little boy, and that was enough for the music industry for me. But Brent approached me and heard I was a musician, and anyway, I went to the studio a couple of times and sang a few songs with them, and then he turns around and they turn around and ask me to join the band, and I says, I'm not joining a band called The Elders. That's the worst name I've ever come across in my life, But anyway.
And at the time, it didn't fit at all,
No,
right?
at all, no.
30 years ago.
That was 20 plus years ago. So anyway, we played a few more, and then we recorded a couple of songs, and then I went to my darling wife, and I says, you know what, these lads want me to join the band, and I know I said I was done with all that, but maybe I might give this a shot. And she said, go for it.
Yes.
So it's been great, and the kids have grown up, and we've all got our own. The kids have all grown up with each other. We've got our little elders kids and our elders family, So it's been marvelous going around to all these Irish festivals and different events, and lots of great shows in Kansas City, which is my favorite.
And speaking of, you have 2 nights of the Hoolie coming up once again at Knuckleheads.
Yeah, the 14th and the 15th, I believe. The Saturday and the Sunday, right before St. Patrick's Day. Knuckleheads, the greatest music venue in the country. It really is a fantastic place.
Yeah.
And Frank is such a great host. He's great. I love playing Knuckleheads.
And we had our live broadcast of the Hoolie just not a few years back.
Yeah. I remember it well.
What a great night of music. It really is. If you don't get out to the Hoolie, you are truly missing something.
And we'll have the Urator Manning Irish dancers with us, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
that's great. The Man is the new single that Ian Byrne has brought us from the Elders this morning. But let's talk about sort of the greater project that you have going on here. You've got some more songs in you?
We've got about 50 songs written right now.
Oh, well, okay.
And but we're being very, very picky, and everything you do, it's got to be better than the last thing you did. So that's what we're aiming for. We're not in a hurry. We're not rushing this. We're probably going to do an EP, which will be 5 tracks, and we're also going to associate some videos with those as well. We've never done that before.
Okay.
So
yeah.
We're gonna do it like a real band, But we've got some.
Why start now?
I know. I mean, there's no stopping and there's no starting. You just keep going, So.
Do you remember sitting on this show? I don't know, a few years back, and going, Bryan, it's time to retire. We're going to retire.
I don't know what I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
We tried it, but after we were in 2018. We decided to retire, and we did. And then COVID hit, but we were still doing our Tuesday night sessions. We were still writing and going up there and talking about our kids and drinking wine and smoking cigars and just relaxing. But
well, I could have stopped there.
Yeah, I know. So we kept on going, and then God bless him, Steve got sick, and then after Steve passed away, we were still getting together, and we had all this material and all these parts that he had sang and mandolin parts he'd played and guitar parts and everything else. I said, we've got to record this stuff. So we did. We made that recording, and. The album is called "Well, All Right Then," and because Steve used to say that, "Well, all right then." Let's just, he'd always just, no matter what the situation, "Well, all right then," So that's what we named the album, and and thanks to the Bridge and other beautiful stations around the country, that it was getting a lot of airplay, and we just said, we got to take this back on the road again and play these songs. So here we are, still doing it.
Well, we're glad that you are.
Yeah.
It's great to have new music. We're going to get to play this song here in 1 second, and so we thank you for that. We appreciate that. It's called The Man, again, from the Elders, and the Hoolie coming up at Knuckleheads. You have a chance to see them.
The Canterburys are going to be playing with us as well. Fantastic band.
Yeah, at Norm's daughter.
Norm's daughter, yeah.
So, still the family connection there with all of you all. So appreciate that. It's just great to have you in here, Ian. I mean, I don't know what we'd have done if you had retired. We certainly couldn't let that happen. So,
well, I'm glad we didn't, and I'm glad we still have the emotion and the strength and it's just great to be doing this, and we've got fantastic fans all around the world, for that matter. So.
Yeah.
It's great.
And, you were talking about the family, and what really struck me when we were doing the Hoolie with you guys and doing the broadcast, Kian being part of the band now, and now there are little Keans running around, and
Yeah.
you bring them out. And I mean, how must that make you feel to have these just generations of the family on stage?
It's brilliant. It really is.
Yeah.
I have so many times I have dads coming up to me and say, "What is this like having your son in the band?" And my grandson gets up and plays the drums now and again too. And
I
now
love it.
my little granddaughters are all getting to that age where they jump up on stage and jump around like crazy chicks. Yeah. No, it's fantastic. You know, it really is. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's got to be the best feeling for sure.
It is indeed.
Yeah, that's great. Well, enjoy a night out at the Hooley. Safe travels to you all.
Cheers, pal.
And thanks again for the music. We appreciate it. We're going to roll that. It is the man from the Elders here on the bridge. Ian, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everybody out there.